मैं हूं, दिख रहा हूं? This is your classroom. See, okay, the ball poem. Well, animals we have already discussed. Now the next poem, that is the ball poem. Please take out. No, the next poem is the animals. Animals. Dear children, ecological balance is very important. We should know how to maintain ecological balance. If ecological balance is not maintained, then it will be very, very difficult for us to survive. Here you can see that how unthinkably we have dumped the entire earth from the plastic. We have tried to cover the earth with plastic by the use of plastic bags and everything. Here you can see the result. We all are covered in plastic due to the COVID-19. The COVID-19 suit, it is made of plastic. So you see the result. If you will try, if you have tried, the result you have seen. We have covered the earth with the plastic. So in return, nature has covered us with the plastic. COVID-19 is a warning for us. It is high time that we should preserve and protect our environment. If it is not done, a disastrous pandemic like COVID-19 is a warning for us. Here, the poet desires to be an animal. Why? Why? Man is the most dangerous animal. Man is the most dangerous animal. Though we are social, Aristotle the Great has said that man is a social animal. But that social animal has turned into the most dangerous animal. Here, the poet wants to turn into the animal. Why? Why? Because he is fed up with all the worldly passion and possession. Just imagine, we all are men and women only. We are not at all human being. If we all are human, there should be humanity. There should be sympathy. There should be benevolence. There should be love. There should be charity, etc., etc. But there is no love. There is no humanity. There is no sympathy. There is no charity in our life. We are such a selfish, we are such a selfish social animal that we cannot come out. We don't want to come out. We don't want to break that shackle. If that shackle is not broken, it is very, very difficult for us to be a man. For that reason, here the poet tells us to feel more home, more comfortable with animal than human. Why? Why? Because there is no greed, there is no hunger. A man is greedy, a man is hungry, a man has dreams, he has his passions, he has a dream for his possession. So man has made so many chains, he linked himself. A man has attached himself with worldly possession. And for that worldly possession, he becomes greedy, he becomes selfish, he becomes angry, he becomes criminals, he adopts maladaptive. So this is the word. This is what the poet is uncomfortable about. The poet is uncomfortable about all those things that is going on in this world. All those things. The thing that is going on. What are the things that is going on? You see, the malpractice, the injustice, the corruption, and all the things that we are possessed with. So here, the present poem is about the poet's desire. Poet's desire to turn to the animals. What he says, I think I should turn and live with animals. Here he is seeking advice to you that I think I should go back to the animal world. So that, why? Because they are placid and self-contained. The animals are placid. They live with their own impression. They have their own world. They never try to annexate. They never encourage. There is no rush, mad rush of growth and development. They are satisfied with their own belongings. They are self-centered, self-contained. They are self-satisfied. Whereas a man cannot be satisfied. We cannot be ever satisfied. Though we know it very well, that contentment is the best medicine. But are we content? No. Satisfaction is the best sauce, best recipe, best food, but we avoid it. We avoid because we are crazy about worldly possession. The more we hoard, Every diva we want to collect innumerable things, the property, the power, the wealth. What is the use? Look at the Bible. Naked we come, naked we shall go. What we shall come with, what we shall go with. If we will not go with all this belonging that we are compiling, we are hoarding, we are collecting, we are just goes on piling properties, are we are going to die with those property? No, not at all. Empty hand we came, empty hand we go. So dear children, only our deed, good deed or bad deed, that will go with us. And a person with the good deed will be rewarded heaven, and a person of a bad deed will be rewarded heaven. So, here, fed up with this worldly mad possession, the poet wants to go back to the animal world because they are self-contained. They are self-contained. I stand and look all them alone. When he wants to go back, he stands there and watches them. He watches those animals. What he sees, what he finds. He finds that they don't sweat and whine about their conditions. They never sweat. We work hard to maintain our conditions, but an animal is never worried about his condition. Whatever the condition the God has given him, he is happy with his condition. He is happy with the food that the God provides. He is happy with the circumstances, the situations, and the surrounding. In spite of that, we have almost disturbed animal surrounding. By deforestation, man has disturbed, we have disturbed the total ecosystem. In spite of that, they never complained. They never complained. Just imagine, as we have disturbed or almost destroyed the entire ecosystem of the animal world, if the same is done to us, what will happen? If the animal start destroying our habitat, where we will go? We are far. But what the George Bernard, the great George Bernard Shaw, the great dramatist, the great biologist, has rightly said that man is the most defenseless creature. We are the most defenseless creature, my dear children. We cannot protect ourselves. We need government, we need police, we need weapons, we need medicine. Everything we need for our protection. For our good health, we need physicians. We need medicine to cure. We need houses to protect us from the rain, from the fire, from the water. But are we good? Even in spite of all the facility, the man-made facility that we have turned the entire world into a concrete jungle. In the name of development, in the name of infrastructure, we have built roads, bridges, railways, waterways, etc., etc. But still we are not satisfied. Still we are not satisfied. The mad rush of development is going on, and result is good. See, we have disturbed nature, nature has started disturbing. What is the use? Here, they don't mind. They don't work for their condition. They know, they do not lie. Awake in the dark are we for their sins. As a human being, we have all the comforts, but money can buy beds, but not sleep. We have purchased luxurious houses, luxurious comforts, but where you could buy the peaceful sleep, the peaceful mind, the happy mind, and a healthy person, you will never. A man is unhappy due to his own. If I am unhappy, I did it for me. An animal, they never lie weeping, they never lie in tears, and they never weep for their crime. They never weep for their sin because they have never committed sin. A man is a sinner. We all are sinners. Right from the apple of Adam. When God created man, Adam and Eve was there. Only Adam was warned that you will not eat those apple of the heaven. It was Adam, and Adam could not resist that temptation, so he eats the forbidden fruit, that is apple. We were born in heaven. God has given us heaven. Adam was given heaven, but he was given a condition. The condition was that please don't eat the apple, the forbidden fruit. So we have sinned. The main sin that we have committed. He ate that forbidden fruit and God punished him. Go to the world. So we all are sinners. Every day we commit sin. The sin is what? What is the sin? Sin is something that we disobey, we violate. We violate the rules of God, the Almighty. There are 3 crimes of crime. If you break the social law or the constitutional law, you are called criminal. A murderer is a criminal. A thief is a criminal because he breaks the law, the constitutional law. Stealing is a crime. Cheating is a crime. Burglary is a crime. Pickpocketing is a crime. But what is a sin? Sin is a crime against God. There is some godly law also. What are the godly law? If you are unsympathetic, you are breaking the law of God. If you are not a human, God has given you birth. If God has given us birth, what is the purpose? The purpose of a man to bring into the world for the betterment of man. And if we are not doing anything for the betterment of the man, then we are sinners. Think about how much of we are doing for the betterment of betterment of the God, we are not doing anything. We are not doing anything for the betterment of God, human being. In fact, we all are man and woman, but not human. इतना मैसर नहीं है, हर आदमी को मैसर नहीं है इंसान होना. It is very, very difficult to become a human being. We all are men and women. We may call that I am a man, I am a boy, I am a girl, but we are not a human being. We are not at all human being. We are simply man, woman, boys and girls. So, animal never weeps. Here, the poet was impressed by the animals, by the purity of their mind. They are so pure by their mind and thought. Whereas we are so much polluted by our mind and thought. If you start thinking about how polluted our mind and thoughts are, you will be amazed. We never look or think about the sin that every day we commit. Even a simple disobedience of your parent is a sin. Even a simple disobedience of your teacher is a sin. Even a simple disobedience of your guideline is a sin. As you are supposed to follow the words of your teacher and parents at least. Teachers are always like your parents. So if you try to cheat a teacher or a father or a parent, you are a sinner, my dear children. Think about it. Every day we are attending classes, online classes, and see the number of students. Around 30, 32, 33. Is it late? Is it good? You yourself judge. Look at your mind, the purity of the mind, the purity of the thought. There should be purity of thought that at least maximum number of the students should attend the classes. But what is the problem? No. We are providing. We are providing opportunity. But what is the use of that opportunity, which is going fruitless? So here, the poet is highly influenced by the purity of the mind, the lifestyle of an animal. They do not make sick and discuss their beauty. They never complain. And we have list of complaints. What talk of list? Series of complaints. This is not possible. This is not possible. That is, I can't do. I will not do this, that, and that. So many ifs and buts. But animals have no complaint. They never discuss. If you are asked, even a very simple thing, if you are asked to do this, is it mine? Is it mine? The very first question that will arise in your mind, that is it mine? Am I responsible for everything? Yes. Yes. Everything that is said, everything that is told, it is your duty, my friend. As a student, it is your duty to fulfill those demands of your teacher and your parents. Mind it, you are made for that. So here, the poet is highly influenced by the purity of the mind that animal has. They are not sick about their duty. We are sick about. We are sick. That is it our duty? Can it is be done by me? No. Why? Why it is not your duty? Why it is? If somebody say that it is not my duty, why? Why it is not your duty? You have a lame excuse for everything. Dear children, there should be no lame excuse. We give wrong excuses, and that makes the sick. No, no, it is not my duty. Yes, of course it is your duty. No one is dissatisfied. Opposite is here. Everybody is dissatisfied. Nobody, in animals, nobody is dissatisfied. In men's world, we all are dissatisfied. Look how funny it is. We are the supreme creation of God. God has given us everything. He has given eyes to see, minds to think, ears to smell, tongue to taste the food. He has given 5 senses. Sense of hear, sense of sight, sense of smell. But what is the use? An animal can speak, but he cannot understand. Reasoning. God has given you reasoning. And that reasoning has made you what? That reasoning has turned into the worst animal that any could be. That reasoning. That reasoning is able to turn us. Many. So, not dissatisfied. Animals are not dissatisfied. No one is demented. Demented with the mania of owning the thing. We all have mania. Mania is a kind of disease. We want to possess. We are over possessed. We are not happy with our belongings. We are not happy with the things that we have. We are not satisfied with all the things that God has given us. We never count all those blessings. We count the blessings for others. And that makes us happy. If we think about own blessings, then if we could get rid of that mania, that no, enough is enough. What is the use of all the things that I am? Of course. Listen, my dear children. God has enough of things for your need. But for your greed, He cannot. God has enough. Nature has enough of things. Everybody earns enough of things for his need. But for greed, you cannot earn. For the need, you can earn. God will help you. And remember,